Hey, what's up, everybody? So first off, I want to say thank you guys. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, so I appreciate you guys for subscribing. And I want to talk about the NFC North and give my take on who's going to finish where 1 through 4, and I'll start off with number 4, and then we'll make our way to number 1 overall. So number 4 this year, I think it's going to be the Chicago Bears. I think that I saw some clips last night from the Bears game. If I'm honest, I didn't watch the entire thing. I don't have time to watch Bears preseason games. But it didn't look like they were protecting Justin Fields very well, and that was something we saw last year that happened lots of times. And I just don't think the Bears have done that much to really make this offense, much better than they were last season. I think because of that, they're just going to continue to struggle, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And I just don't know, what Justin Fields is going to be able to do when he doesn't have, that many weapons. Sure, he has Mooney and Velus Jones. Those are some, I'd say, somewhat solid weapons. But I think that it's going to be tough for Justin Fields once again. I do think he's talented, so I think he can maybe make up for some of it. But if you're always getting chased, you're just going to have trouble, and so I think the Bears will finish 4th. Number 3, we have the Detroit Lions. So I think the Lions will finish ahead of the Bears, and that's just because of lots of the new additions here. I think Dan Campbell is honestly a great coach. If you've been watching the, the Hard Knocks, it's sort of making me like the Lions a little bit, which I don't really want to like the Lions considering I'm a Packers fan, so that's a problem. But I think, when you draft Aiden Hutchinson, who clearly looks like he's already coming in there and making plays, and then you add Jameson Williams, who at some point will be back, I think that this Lions team is going to be much better than they were last season. And, you add DJ Chark as well to this offense. I think that the Lions are going to be better than the Bears. So that's 4 and 3. The number 2, I say Minnesota Vikings will finish number 2. I do think the Vikings are going to be much better than they were last season. Bringing in Kevin O'Connell was a great move by the Vikings. Clearly, lots of the players love him. He seems more like he's a player's coach, and he's going to do a lot more, I think, with this offense. The offensive players seem like more excited about what's going to happen this year. So I think Kirk Cousins will have a great year. He's honestly usually a pretty solid quarterback overall at most times. And I just think as well Justin Jefferson is going to dominate this year as well, and I think that the Vikings with Kevin O'Connell are honestly going to be better. But we still have at number 1, I say the Packers finishes number 1. I just think when you look at this Packers defense especially, how dominant they are, bringing back Devondre Campbell, a middle linebacker, bringing back Rasul Douglas, also having Eric Stokes, Jair Alexander, adding Quay Walker at linebacker, Devontae Wyatt on the line. Their D-line is so deep. And I think this defense is really going to carry the Packers this year. And even though we lost Devontae, I still think that the Packers are going to be able to move the ball in offense. It could take a little time for the rookies and the young receivers to really click with Rodgers. But I think, within a month or so of the season, things will really start clicking. Maybe there's some growing pains just in the beginning as they continue to learn. And we've seen in Packers training camp that there's been a few growing pains, with Aaron Rodgers pointing out, you guys got to make plays. You can't be dropping the ball, which makes sense. But I think that the Packers are going to figure it out. They've got one of the best backfields in the NFL. We got Lazard, Sammy Watkins has been making plays. And so I think the Packers will be better than the Vikings. I think it could be close. I think the Packers could have something like 12 or 13 wins. I feel like the Vikings could have anywhere from 10, 11 wins. So I think the Vikings are going to be close to the Packers, but I still think the Packers with Aaron Rodgers have enough to win the division. But those are my predictions. Let me know yours in the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to start doing more stuff like this. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, Luke_Beller for stuff over there. And I'll see you guys next time.